MightyKeef. There comes a time in every man's life where you have to really do some soul searching and realize, damn, they really cooking me right now. There are times you'll just have to come to that understanding. You'll say things, do something that most people will just find egregious, weird, creepy, strange, odd, peculiar. And Elon Musk found out. All right, so before we start this, some context needs to be had. There are three people in this fiasco: Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed account, Grums, and Elon Musk. And Hassan. Well, I guess that's four. Hassan's not really part of this. This is just where it stemmed from. Hassan Piker, if y'all don't know, is a popular streamer, probably the most popular political streamer out right now. And he's been playing Assassin's Creed Shadows and made it known that it was an ad. He was paid to do so. And of course, Grums has been trying to stop Ubisoft and or Assassin's Creed Shadows for the better part of 9 months now, along with his henchmen of weirdos. And Elon Musk has taken a liking to Grums because they are kind of like the same person. One is just rich, the other one, from what I've heard, just steals breast milk. However, that's not the point of this. The point is that these are three people that have come together and had a spout with each other. So yeah, that's kind of all you needed to know before we got into this. Now, before we get into this, some context needs to be had. All right, Hassan Piker is one of the, if not the biggest political streamer. He does games as well, I believe, in anime, but mostly people know him through his politics and his opinions on politics. He's been having a bit of a spout between Elon Musk on Twitter. And, they were talking about, hey, he's been calling Elon a fraud for, his fraud events with saying that he's good at games that he's actually paid other people to play, such as Diablo, such as Path of Exile 2. And, of course, Hassan has been playing Assassin's Creed Shadows and has been made it aware, by the, was it FFA, FCA, I forgot, laws that you have to let people know that you're being paid to play a game. For 9 months, probably more actually at this point, there have been people saying things about Ubisoft, and there are valid complaints about Ubisoft, don't get me wrong. There's valid complaints about Assassin's Creed Shadows, don't get me wrong. But there are other narratives that have been spun that have made things look a little bit weirder than it is. And Assassin's Creed Shadows Ubisoft as a company, they're not really going to jump into a bout like that. They're not really going to try to change the narrative by going in 1v1 against somebody. Well, somebody on the team said, nope, I'm going after him. Assassin's Creed Shadows says, is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you? Damn. Dropped 721,000 on his head. On the guy who paid $44 billion for this site just got embarrassed beyond all embarrassment. And of course, I had to show my opinions toward it because that was hilarious. And of course, it got a lot of people saying, know what, maybe I will buy Assassin's Creed, because of it. And then of course, Grumps had to try to come to the rescue. He nut hugs Elon Musk pretty frequently, but he also got blasted. I saw 2 assassinations. This was crazy. Our game is out. Damn. Now, for those who don't understand, Grums has been accused of scamming $600,000 out of his backers' pockets for a game that has been in development for a better part of 8 to 9 years. And they have not gotten what they believe is 8 to 9 years worth of development and $600,000 worth. There was a video that came out of the production, and people said it was just asset flips from Unreal Engine that you could do in an afternoon. So they're curious as to where all the money is going, right, for this game that apparently doesn't even have a demo out yet. So he's been kind of the butt of a joke for a very, very, very long time. And this time it was Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed that decided to fire on him. And this was hilarious. Now, Grum says Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't the hit Ubisoft desperately needs. I don't know where this is from. It doesn't really show like a website. It does show a publisher though, or the person who created it. It says Assassin's Creed Shadows is selling well, but it's reportedly tracking behind AC Valhalla and falls short of 2025 hit Split Fiction. This is something that I've noticed some people do online. Well, this is probably all true, right? This part in the gray is probably all true. That doesn't really tell you much of the story if you just think deeper, though. So it isn't really. We don't have no idea if Assassin's Creed Shadows is doing very well or not. Assassin's Creed Shadows, as of today, said they have 3 million people playing, which is a lot, right? That's a lot of people. That doesn't transfer into sales, but at least 3 million people have played the game, meaning either they did get some more people into their Ubisoft Plus, or 3 million people were, somehow, some way, 3 million people are playing, right? So, I mean, there's no way to say that's not a good thing. You got 3 million people playing, that is a good thing. Although I do want to say that doesn't mean they've sold 3 million copies. Now, what deals do they have with the shareholders or their investors? I don't know. Maybe that's enough. Maybe that's all they need. Maybe they don't need to sell a certain amount. Maybe they just need to have a certain amount of engagement for investors to, lick their lips. I have no idea, right? Because Ubisoft Plus, you're still paying money for that, right? So whether they get new people onto that or not, I have no idea. I don't know what their contracts are. And I would tell you all people who are like, oh, well, Ubisoft is doomed or this, that, please do not listen to anybody who does not understand how business works. Are they in a pretty bad situation? Yes, they've had flops after flops after flops. That's not good for business. Do we know any of their specific contracts that they have with investors or shareholders? No, we don't know anything about what they actually need to continue. Their stocks fall and people say it's bad. Their stocks rise and they say it's a fluke, it's going away. Who knows? No one actually knows. Luke Stevens actually did a pretty good video about this. If you guys know about him on YouTube, I would suggest, he has a very good understanding of how business works, not just with gaming, but just business in its entirety. And there's a lot of prerequisites that needs to happen before a company falls to zero, especially one of Ubisoft's size. So if anyone thought that Assassin's Creed was going to save Ubisoft, no. If anyone thought Assassin's Creed failing was going to doom Ubisoft, no. That's just not how that works. Tencent owns a part of Ubisoft, and there's no way that at any point in time they could just press the button and boom, money into Ubisoft. Tencent's very rich, one of the richest companies on the planet, and they own a lot of gaming companies. There's no way Ubisoft just goes away. That's impossible. Not to mention Assassin's Creed IP and Rainbow Six Siege IP are worth billions by themselves. All right, and this isn't a defense for Ubisoft, by the way. This is just trying to provide some objective fact to people who are trying to push a narrative, right? To kind of make their other narrative seem more valid, right? It's like, since I was correct about Ubisoft failing, I'm also correct about all this other stuff, right? With a culture war or whatever. When in fact, they're not even correct about this as of now. Will there be delays, or will there be, layoffs? Probably. You get layoffs in this gaming industry even if your company does well. We've seen that already. That sucks. But yeah, this right here is probably true. AC Valhalla came out during COVID, right? It was a launch title. It was Assassin's Creed with Vikings. You name it. Yeah, it sold like 10 million copies. People were in the house for a year or two, and this came out, a new Assassin's Creed, which is a huge IP, and it's Vikings. Around the time Vikings stuff was really cool. And, it was a launch title for the PS5 and Xbox Series X. And, everything worked well for this to do well. I don't think another Assassin's Creed is going to do as well as Valhalla for a very long time. I don't know about Split Fiction. Apparently, everyone's saying it could be Game of the Year. So that also could be true. But as I told you, this doesn't really tell you exactly the full story. But anyways, he got cooked. Our game is out. Because Grums has still not put out that game that he said that he would put out. I don't know when it's supposed to come out, but his backers have decided. So a lot of his backers are upset about that. But I thought this was hilarious, and I just wanted to make a video about it and provide a little bit of knowledge about how most of this business, how some of this business works. It looks like right now over 3 million players for AC Shadows. Again, that's not copies sold. but that is people who have played the game, right? Whether that is people who already had Ubisoft Plus or have bought Ubisoft Plus specifically for this. Ubisoft is getting money, or of course it could be console sales as well. Yeah, but hey man, hey, this has been fun. I got some other stuff working out, and I just thought this was some funny pop culture things to talk about with you guys. I want to do more videos on here, so I'm just like I said, I want to do like how many did I say? I think I said 100 videos or 200 videos or something like that on this channel this year, and I want that to happen. So we're just doing that. Hey, I got a. If you didn't see my Assassin's Creed Shadows review 2 days ago, I believe I put it out. Go check it out. And I have a ranking video that I'm going to do with Monster Hunter. I've been engulfed with Monster Hunter again, right? Wilds really got me back into Monster Hunter GU and Rise. And I'm playing Rise more now because most of my friends already have Rise, and it's easier to play a game someone already has than to make them buy something completely different. Even though I said I'd buy it for them, it's only $10 on the eShop, but they don't want to listen to me. Anyways, guys, it's been fun. I got more skits on my main channel, and let me know what you guys think. After a while, I don't know. I don't know if the guy who wrote that stuff to Elon and Grums is gonna get fired. I don't know if that's like unprofessional in the big stuff, but I thought it was hilarious, and I think it's hilarious when people get clapped back. You know what I mean? But yeah, all right, guys, I'm heading out. Peace.